If you're an NRI living outside India earning in dollars or dirhams, there's a very high chance you've already asked yourself this question or at least Googled it at some point. Should I buy term insurance from India or should I stick to something abroad? And more importantly, is term insurance for NRIs even straightforward or is it a paperwork nightmare? Let's break this down properly without jargon, without panic, and without overselling anything. I'm Shashank and welcome to Ditto Insurance. We help people make sense of insurance without pushing products, and today we're talking about term insurance for NRIs. What it actually is, who can buy it, how it works in real life, and whether it makes sense for you. Now, this 10+ minute video will actually help you simplify all of this, so stick around till the end. Here's the simple version first. Term insurance for NRIs is exactly what it sounds like. It's a regular Indian term insurance policy bought by an Indian citizen or OCI who lives abroad. The structure doesn't change. You pay a premium, and if something happens to you during the policy term, your family gets a lump sum payout. What changes are the logistics. That's it. The policy is issued in India, the currency is in INR, and the claim is settled in India. That's it. Everything else is still global. If you sadly pass away in India, the US, the UAE, Europe, anywhere in the world, the policy pays out as long as the death isn't in an excluded or a high-risk zone. This is where many NRIs get confused. So let me slow this down a bit. Your nominee does not need to be in India at the time of the claim, but they will need an Indian bank account to receive the money. If your nominee is also an NRI, they can receive the payout in an NRI or NRO account and repatriate it if needed. That part needs planning, but it's completely manageable. Let's talk about who is eligible. Now, most insurers in India allow NRIs, OCIs, and sometimes PIOs to apply. The usual entry age is between 18 and 60, with some plans allowing entry up to 65. Coverage can go up to age 85 in most plans, and a few even go up till 99 or 100. Medical underwriting still applies. If you're young and healthy, you may get approved with basic declarations or video medicals. If you're a little older or the cover amount is a little higher, insurers will ask for medical tests. These can be done abroad, sometimes reimbursed, or completed during a visit to India. The application usually stays on hold until medicals are done, so timelines matter here. Income is another big filter. Most insurers want to see stable income, usually 10 lakh rupees or more when converted to INR. They also look at your occupation. Salaried professionals, managers, engineers, doctors, IT professionals generally face fewer hurdles. Education also plays a role. Graduates are preferred, though some insurers allow applications from even 12th pass candidates depending on the income. Your country of residence matters too. Most common destinations like US, UK, UAE, Canada, Singapore, Australia are perfectly fine. You will not have any issues. But if you live in a politically unstable or high-risk country, insurers may apply a premium loading or restrict rider options. If you move countries later, you must inform the insurer, but your base policy usually continues without any hiccups. Alright, moving on. NRIs can choose the same types of term plans that residents do here in India as well. A level term plan is the most common, where the cover stays constant. Insurers increasing term plans slowly raise the cover over time to offset inflation. Decreasing term plans are useful if you have a large home loan at the beginning that reduces over years. And then there is a return of premium plans, which we at Ditto never recommend, where you get your premiums back if you survive the term, though these usually cost significantly more and are rarely value efficient. Now let's talk about plans. See, I won't say best because that depends on your profile, but a few plans consistently work well for NRIs. Now you'll often hear these three names that come up when we talk about term insurance for NRIs during our calls: Bajaj Life eTouch 2, Axis Max Life Smart Term Plan Plus, and HDFC Life Click2Protect Supreme. Or they have a new plan coming, that's HDFC Life Click2Protect Supreme Plus. So let me explain why these plans work better for NRIs in practice and not just on paper. Let's start with Bajaj Life eTouch 2. This plan is popular with NRIs mainly because its underwriting is quite flexible. Bajaj is generally comfortable issuing higher sum insured amounts for overseas incomes, especially for professionals working in the US, UK, Middle East, and Southeast Asia. The plan also allows limited pay options, which NRIs really like because it lets them finish premiums early while income is high and predictable. Another big advantage is claim handling. Bajaj has a strong CSR and a strong claim settlement record and a fairly smooth process even when death occurs outside India. That reduces stress for families who may already be dealing with cross-border paperwork. Alright, moving on. Next up is Axis Max Life Smart Term Plan Plus. This plan is often preferred by NRIs who want more customization. Axis Max Life allows multiple payout options here, including lump sum, monthly income, or combination of both. Now, for families living partly in India and partly abroad, this flexibility helps with cash flow planning after a claim. Axis Max Life also has experience dealing with overseas overseas medicals, video medicals, and foreign medical reports, which speeds up onboarding for NRIs who cannot travel to India easily. This plan also supports high cover amounts with stable pricing, which works quite well for dollars or dirham earners. Now, let's talk about HDFC Life Click2Protect Supreme or Supreme Plus. This plan is recommended for NRIs who value long-term stability and want brand trust. HDFC Life has one of the strongest track records in India when it comes to claims, operations, and customer support. For NRIs, this matters because your family may need to interact with the insurer in India, sometimes years after you've bought the policy. Click2Protect Supreme and Supreme Plus also offer features like life stage benefits, terminal illness payouts, and multiple premium payment structures, making it easier to align with the policy with long-term financial planning. HDFC Life is also relatively consistent with its underwriting rules, which reduces the chances of last-minute rejections after medicals. Now, there's one more common reason all three plans work well for NRIs. They have experience. These insurers regularly issue policies to people living abroad, which means fewer surprises during documentation, medical approvals, or claims. Smaller or less experienced insurers may look cheaper initially, but often struggle with NRI underwritings, leading to delays, premium loadings, or outright rejections. You lose your time, and folks, time is money. So when we recommend these plans, it's not because they are universally the best for everyone, it's because they're tried and tested, and for NRI especially, they strike a good balance between premium, value, pricing, underwriting comfort, rider availability, and claim reliability. And folks, in insurance, especially when you're living outside the country and have a policy in India, reliability matters far more than saving a few hundred rupees a year. The premium comparisons for different ages and cover amounts will be on your screen, so I won't read the numbers. Please go through them. The important insight is this: Indian term plans are often way cheaper than equivalent coverage abroad. In many cases, NRIs get the same dollar equivalent cover at 30 to 50% lower cost. Plus, once you buy the policy, your premium is locked for entire term. Abroad, many term plans only lock premiums for 20 or 30 years and then reprice them quite sharply. Okay, now pause here for a second. If you're an NRI watching this video and thinking this already sounds a little complicated, so folks, let me say this clearly. You don't have to figure this out alone. We help NRIs shortlist insurers, plan medicals, coordinate documentation, and avoid rejections. All of this at no cost to you. You can book a free call with Ditto anytime. There'll be no spam, no sales pressure, and there'll be just clarity. Okay, let's continue. Now, riders for NRIs work slightly differently. Accidental death riders are usually available. Critical illness riders may be available depending on your country or residence and medical infrastructure. Waiver of premium on disability or critical illness is commonly offered and is especially useful for NRIs with variable income or risky jobs. But rider availability, folks, is not uniform. Two NRIs applying for the same plan can be offered different rider sets based on underwriting. Now, why do NRIs even prefer Indian term insurance plans? First, cost. Indian premiums are significantly lower. Second, claims convenience. Your family claims in India through an Indian insurer in familiar systems and languages. Third, flexibility. Indian plans today offer features like premium break, zero cost exit, terminal illness payouts, and high cover limits. And fourth, tax benefits. If you have taxable income in India, premiums can qualify under Section 80C under old regime. Premiums can be paid through NRE or NRO accounts, FCNR accounts, international cards, or even foreign transfers with select insurers. Many NRIs prefer limited pay options where premiums are paid for 5, 10, or 15 years instead of full policy terms, especially if they plan early retirement or relocation. Now, buying the policy itself takes time. Expect anywhere between 2 weeks to 2 months depending on documentation, medical requirements, and reinsurance approvals. And claims are fairly straightforward. The nominee informs the insurer, submits documents including death certificate, medical records if required, and bank details. Even if death happens abroad, claims are settled in INR under Indian regulations. Now, folks, here's the final thing that I want you to remember. Term insurance is definitely not about where you live, it's about who depends on you. If your parents, spouse, or children rely on your income, you do need cover. And if you're an NRI, buying term insurance from India is often one of the most cost-effective and reliable ways to do it. And folks, if you're unsure about eligibility, rider availability, medicals, or even whether Indian term insurance plans make sense for your situation, book a free consultation with Ditto. We'll walk you through it step by step. There will be no pressure to buy. You can just get the consultation and navigate this on your own, or take the help of our IDEA certified advisors. And folks, if this video helped clear some doubts, drop a like, comment if you have any questions, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, happy insurance hunting.